Hey there, everybody. Onurubu here. Next episode of VLR. As you can see, I'm literally recording this right as I ended the previous one. Literally, I just ended my recording, named my video file, episode 11, and started this one. Literally 2 seconds. I can't stop playing, it's too intriguing. I need to see what's happening. Let's get right down to it. I woke up several minutes later. When I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was the ceiling of the security office. I sat up slowly, rubbing tenderly at my head. Vi, who had been sitting in front of one of the monitors, stood up and walked over as soon as she heard me. I'm good. I'm so glad she was actually doing shit while I was out. Like, I'm glad she wasn't just sitting there watching over me like a lot of shit would have her do.
You okay?
I don't know. Her voice sounded normal again. She wasn't moving strangely either. Whatever had been happening seemed to have stopped. I let out a quiet sigh of relief. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Oh, the plot twist is that we are Gollum, and her messing with the logs made it so that we fast forwarded accidentally. No, that's not what happened. That's stupid. That's the dumbest thing I can come up with. Yeah.
That's good. You really looked like you'd lost it for a minute there.
Well, I seem to have found it again. This is the security office. Maybe they've got a lost and found.
Your sanity's pretty easy to miss. I'm surprised anyone found it, let alone turned it in. Well, looks like I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah. I think I must just be getting tired. Kinda surprised I didn't catch up to me sooner.
I hope that's all it is. You haven't caught a disease or something, have you?
Radical 6. For just a moment I thought of Radical 6, but I didn't want to worry 5 if I didn't have to. Let's just stay quiet about it.
Well, you're looking a lot better, so I can stop worrying.
Okay.
Right?
If I become suicidal, yes, I have caught the disease. What are you, my mom? What are you,
Fine.
my mom?
No more check-ins. Anyway, I figured something out while you were resting. Come have a look at this.
What is it?
Footage from room 2 in the crew quarters. The room where we found Alice and Luna.
I forgot, which room was the bomb in my original timeline? Where did we find the bomb?
I dug it out of Gollum's cache.
Then when was this
You'll see in a
recorded?
minute.
Up there on the right, that looks like some sort of time code.
Can you figure it out?
Oh, it's just a bunch of numbers. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah. The central server seems to be using its own time system.
Okay.
Files appear to be named based on that system. They might as well be random to you and me, which made it pretty hard to find this gem.
Okay, let's see what happens. Huh? Oh, it's K.
Yeah.
He looks at his bracelet here. I'll be checking out how much time is
I'll
left.
just pause that and magnify it.
Okay, let's see. 21 minutes. So that means this footage is from 21 minutes before the primary doors opened, right?
Exactly.
And that would have been the white doors in this case,
Yes. After Kay leaves this room, it's about 2 minutes before he comes back with you and me.
right? Okay. There were 20 minutes on the clock when we met up with him, right? That means what we're seeing here is Kay 1 minute before he saw
Right.
us. That means this is right after he tried to resuscitate Luna.
Yeah, if you believe him. The footage here doesn't show any of that.
Are there any other
I
angles?
looked around, but I couldn't find one. The only stuff left is shot from this position.
Okay.
Even so, I think we've gotten our hands on something important.
You mean that this is a record of what happened right around the time of Luna's death, right?
Exactly. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going.
Well, let's see what happens.
I'll move back to the start of this file so we can see it in chronological order.
Okay, let's see.
Let's say this is 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Okay.
After all, it's not like we know what time it actually is.
Right.
So, this is the start of our footage.
Okay. There's no one
Yeah. About a minute goes by before anyone shows up.
here. Wait, how do you know it's been a minute?
This.
Oh, damn. Oh, that's the hourglass we used earlier.
Yeah. If I play it back at normal speed, I can measure time using this hourglass.
Okay.
Then I just add the time from the hourglass, and that's how far in we are.
Okay. Huh. So much effort, bro. Congrats. Honestly, well done to you. I mean, 4 plus 11, that's 14. I mean, what am I, 14? There's 15. Time is split up into 4 15s. You can easily measure quarters of a minute using both hourglasses at once. Oh, someone's coming in. Luna, is that Clover behind her?
Yeah, this is 0 hours 1 minute.
Okay.
Right now you and I are talking to Dio in the Floor B warehouse. With the time frame we've established, calculating what we're doing is pretty easy.
What's going on? Are they fighting? No, it's not really a fight. Looks like Clover's just going off on Luna. Luna's just staying silent and listening to her.
Yeah.
Can we hear them? Is there an audio
Wanna
track?
listen to it?
What the hell is that?
No. The audio data must have been transcoded into something else.
Okay. Well, we won't be able to understand anything in that. Oh, no. What if I can understand it when my mind is slow?
Seen enough? I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Clover's interrogation goes on for a while, but it's all pretty much the same thing. Now, at 0 hours 10 minutes, things suddenly change. Here.
Hey, they're gone. As I watched Clover move steadily close to Luna, who backed away almost as if she was frightened. Clover continued to advance until she disappeared below the bottom edge of the screen. Is there another, no, you said this was it.
Yeah. This is the only one that I found. Shouldn't be too hard to guess what happened after you've seen the next part, though.
Clover left. She looked like she was kind of panicking.
Yeah. This is about 1 minute and 40 seconds after they both left the frame. So 0 hours 11 minutes 40 seconds.
Okay, Clover again did fucking axe murder. We should know that this is her thing. When she gets panicked and doesn't get away, she fucking murders people. In the first game, she showed herself very capable of murdering people. Extremely capable. Only Clover left. Luna's still in the room. That means...
Hold on. Wait until you've seen the whole thing before you start deducing.
Okay, cool.
At 0 hours 12 minutes, another person comes in, just missing her.
Dio? He's disappeared too, down below to the bottom of the frame. What's he up to?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that whatever it was, he doesn't want us to know about it.
Why?
Remember what he said when you asked him about Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here.
He's lying. He's saying he was lying. He wasn't in Floor B warehouse the whole time. He went to the crew quarters after we left him.
So what would have been important enough for him to lie about it?
Killing Luna?
We should consider that it might have been something bad.
Cool. And whatever it was, it happened during this time?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Alright, now he's left. And looks like he left in a
Maybe
hurry.
he heard a noise.
Like
The
what?
cyan door opening?
Oh, Kay's coming.
Now, 10 seconds after Dio leaves, a fourth person shows up.
Kay?
That brings us to 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds.
It's Kay. Ah, when you heard Kay open the cyan door, you panicked. Whatever he was up to, you didn't want Kay to catch him at it.
And then Kay disappears too.
Yeah, below the bottom of the frame, just like the others.
If Kay was telling the truth, this is where he begins to try and resuscitate Luna.
Okay.
Anyway, nothing happens for the next 16 minutes. It's just this. So I'll fast forward, alright?
Sure.
Alright, should be around here.
I'm sorry, but from this angle, her face looks like the dog from Toy Story 1. If you want to know what I'm talking about, just look it up. Her eyes, the eyes look like that.
One sec. Okay. You should see something you recognize in a minute here.
Okay. There's Kay coming out from the bottom of the frame, and he's checking time on his bracelet. So we've come full circle, huh?
Yeah. We're back to 21 minutes before the primary doors open. For our arbitrary time code, that's 0 hours and 29 minutes.
Okay.
1 minute later, at 0 hours 30 minutes, Kay heads to the Floor A warehouse.
Once he gets there, he'll tell us about Luna's death.
That's all the footage I wanted to show you.
So, likely suspects are Dio and Clover.
I've looked at it carefully, and I think it has something to tell us.
You mean who killed Luna, right?
Well, I can't say for sure. This footage makes for pretty shaky evidence, but it does suggest a very likely culprit. Who do you think it is?
I ran over the footage in my head. 0 hours 1 minute, Clover and Luna enter the room. For 9 minutes, Clover aggressively questions Luna. 0 hours 10 minutes, they both move out of frame. 11 minutes 40 seconds, Clover exits the room. 0 hours 12 minutes, Dio enters the room. Dio also immediately exits the frame. It seems like that Dio was up to no good during this period. 0 hours 30 minutes, Dio exits the room. 0 hours 13 minutes 10 seconds, Kay enters the room. Kay also disappears from the camera's field of view. At this point, there are 16 minutes where nothing happens. 0 hours 29 minutes, Kay enters the frame. He looks at his bracelet. It says 0021. The remaining time until the primary doors open. There seems to be only one conclusion. The person who killed Luna is... just give me a sec. Who is it? From the evidence. The evidence, who is it? Is it? I think it's... what I've seen. Could be wrong, but from what I've seen, the most likely one seems to be Clover. Clover.
What makes you think so? Luna could still have been alive after Clover left the room. Dio and Kay both went into the room after Clover. Either of them could have killed Luna too.
Footage alone is enough to tell us who the killer is. If we take one thing into account, then the case against Clover gets a lot stronger.
What is that element?
Dio's behavior at the white doors. They want us to enter the white doors. I told him I wouldn't leave 3 people to die. You remember what Dio said?
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed.
Obviously knew that only you and I would be going through the door. You get it?
Yeah. He knew we had Luna's bracelet.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Which means he also knew Luna was dead. Is that what you're getting at?
Exactly. If he didn't know she was dead, he would have never said that. The moment Kay suggested we go through the doors, he would have brought it up. That's impossible! How are they supposed to get through the door without Luna? But he didn't even mention her. Like he didn't expect her to be there. Why would he do that? I can only think of 2 reasons. 1, that when Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead. Or that 2, he killed Luna himself. The second one doesn't seem likely though. If Dio had killed Luna, he probably would have made a point to hide that. I'm guessing he probably would have asked where she was. Where's Luna? Sigma and Phi won't be able to get to the white doors without her. He seems like the kind of guy who'd go out of his way to feign ignorance of a crime he committed. In this case though, he said nothing. That doesn't clear him of course, but it does make it a lot less likely that he was the killer. If he wasn't the killer, then we were left with only one other option.
When Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Interesting. That's pretty much what I thought too, and it does seem like Clover had a motive.
You mean what Alice noticed?
Yes. The movement of the AB rooms convinced Alice that Luna had killed the old woman. Once Clover realized that, she probably started to think that Luna had killed Alice to keep her from telling anyone else the truth. She probably led Luna to the crew quarters to confront her. Maybe she hoped seeing Alice's corpse would cause Luna to confess. Maybe she knew something we don't.
Okay.
But Clover didn't get what she wanted. Luna didn't confess. Then, during her interrogation, something happened.
She snapped.
It's hard to say what.
Okay.
Luna might have said something that set Clover off. Or maybe she admitted to a crime she didn't commit just to get Clover to stop.
Sorry, I just adjusted my mic there.
Whatever it was, something happened that drove Clover to murder.
Okay. When did Clover get the injection gun?
I would guess after she went through the yellow door, she would have been exploring the infirmary with Alice and Kay.
Yes.
That seems the most likely place to find it. Anyway, this is all just a theory, right?
A game theory. Thanks
We
for
don't
what?
have any
Sorry.
proof, so keep it quiet, okay?
Sorry about that. Yeah, I know. Oh, there was one last thing. Was there any other footage that showed anything?
No, nothing to tell us where Clover, Tenmyoji, and Quark went. And nothing about the old woman or Alice's murders either.
This song's pretty good. I like this one. So Zero seen his identity.
Still unknown.
Cool. Okay, well, let's go find Clover. Guess we're not going to know the truth unless we get it straight from the horse's mouth.
I wonder if Clover's even alive.
Oh, she's been penalized. She has to be, but they didn't get into the chromatic door, bro.
I sure hope so.
All the way to warehouse A. Nothing. No one's here.
Yeah. Alright, let's start looking.
I mean, that's the thing, like, we took a while in that security room, so... Either that implies everybody's fucking dumb and is still stuck in a puzzle room, or something worse is going on. Something much worse.
We'll go through the crew quarters and work our way toward the elevator.
Oh, we're gonna go to the crew quarters and the body's gonna be missing, huh?
Got it?
Yeah. Crew quarters.
You search rooms 1 and 2. I'll
Cool.
take 3 and 4.
Cool. Got it. 1. Are we gonna find the bomb this time? Because you haven't found it in this timeline yet. Maybe it doesn't exist in this timeline. Alice is still here. Luna's still here. Cool. None of the bodies have disappeared. The most horrible thing about death is how it turns a person into a thing. It's a thing that looks like your friend, but it's not them anymore. Just a strange, cold shell. Every time you look at it, you feel a little of that coldness creeping around the edges of your soul. Seeing death puts a heavy ball of lead in your stomach that just sits there poisoning you. I turned and left the room.
No good.
Nope, nothing.
There's no one in 3 or 4. What about yours?
Same. Nobody in them. Except Alice and Luna. And a lead ball pressed against the inside of my abdomen, leaning back against the wall and let out a long, weary sigh.
What's wrong?
Oh, you're very close, bro.
You need to get it together. What are we doing right now?
Looking for the others.
Right. I know how you feel, but sitting around being miserable isn't gonna help anybody. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, you're right. I turned and headed for the door at the far end. I heaved myself off the wall and followed. Infirmary time. Is the old woman still here? Ooh, music cut out. Means there's a scene gonna happen. The old woman missing. Oh, the first thing I felt was that strange cold sweat of terror. My stomach clenched in protest, pushing a wave of bile and nausea up into my throat. The lead ball turned to ice, and my legs began to tremble under its weight before they finally gave way and collapsed. They were dead. I could feel it the moment I looked at them, but I didn't want to believe it. They couldn't be dead. Perhaps they were just sleeping. So wait, Alice, Luna, dead. Clover, 10 Myoji dead. Who's left? 5 of us. Me, Phi, Dio, Quark, and K. Dio's a fucking rat bastard, dude. I don't want him. I don't want him to be alive. Okay, that's a bit too harsh, but we'll see what happens. Perhaps they were just sleeping. The cool limp feel of their skin under my shaking fingers dashed any hope I had left. I wrapped my trembling hand around the end of the bed and hauled myself up onto it. Dude, this game has way more fucking death than 999. This is what I thought 999 was gonna be. In 999, I thought that people were gonna be dropping dead left and right until you get to the true ending and manage to, like, not save everyone, but, you know, not have anybody, like, die under you. But in this game, like in 999, every time people got killed, it was an ending, like axe ending, knife ending, submarine ending. Every single ending where somebody died, it was in an... Every single time somebody died, it was in an ending, you know? You know what I mean, if you understand? Like, when Clover died in 999, it was in the safe ending, you know? Like... I don't know if I'm articulating my point well, but either way, like... But in this one, look how far we have yet to go! We even have a splitting path! People are dying during the actual story, Jesus Christ! Even when I closed my eyes, I could still see them. My heart hammered away at my ribs and my chest felt so tight I could hardly breathe. Forced myself to take long, deep breaths. Finally, I opened my eyes.
They were in a blind spot.
What?
The security camera. Remember how we didn't see anything in the real-time feed in the security room?
Whoever's doing this knows where the security cameras are. Yeah. Guess the partition was in the way.
Yeah.
They're handcuffed together.
Yeah. Whoever did this really didn't want them going anywhere.
Okay.
The chain's been looped around the pipe below the sink.
They would have been trapped when the doors closed.
Look.
Why? This was either Dio... Okay, either Dio, Luna, or Quark did this. I don't think Kay did. Maybe I just accused the whole roster. Anyway, here we go. I think anybody could have done this except me or Fi. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe one of me or Fi also did it, but everybody left alive is equally likely to have done this. Or even dead. Luna could have also done this.
See the red marks on their wrists? They were trying to get the handcuffs off.
No, Luna can't do this. She didn't leave the room after... She did not leave the room after Clover left. Okay, never mind. Ignore everything I said about Luna. But anybody else could have done this. The ones left alive. So he's saying it wasn't one of them that did this.
Probably not.
Damn, there's a cut on Temyoji's left hand. Looks like it's probably from a knife or something similar. Must have been deep.
And the blood on his clothes probably came from that wound.
Okay.
I don't see any others, at least. If this was the only one, it doesn't look fatal. I don't think he died from this cut.
What did he die from? Penalty. When the primary doors closed, they couldn't get to them. The needles in their bracelets activated
Yeah.
and...
You can see the marks on their wrists from where they were injected. The tubocurine must have killed them.
I don't like injections. Do you think that's why they were handcuffed to the sink?
They wouldn't have been able to get through the white doors without Quark. Someone wanted to use the penalty to kill them. They didn't need to tie them up.
Yeah, got a point. What's wrong?
I take back what I just said. Yeah.
Fi bent down to pick something up and handed it to me. A cyan bracelet. This was Quark's.
Correct. It has 9 BP, too. There's no mistake.
What is Quark's bracelet doing here? Wait, no, hold on. Quark's bracelet is here, then that means...
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
No, this can't be happening. Not Quark.
Hey, Sigma. Calm down.
Okay, so unless Quark cut his arm off or something, this seems to suggest that right now the only people left alive are me, Fi, Kay, and Dio.
Just because his bracelet's off doesn't mean Quark's dead. In
But-
fact, this could be good news. A ray of hope.
Ray of hope.
Yeah. If Quark still had his bracelet on, then he would have ended up like Tenmyoji and Clover. But he's not wearing it. That means he might have managed to avoid getting injected with tubocurine.
You mean Bessa came off before the doors closed?
Yeah.
That's impossible. Your junior told us that they only come off when your heart stops or when you escape.
Maybe he got out then.
But that means we're fucked. Right, he's got 9 PP. Wait, you're saying he escaped and came back and left his bracelet here? No, that's impossible too. Zero Junior said the number 9 door only opens once. Before he was able to get outside, he couldn't come
Why
back
do
in.
you have to be so pessimistic? Have you actually seen Quark dead? Huh?
Bro, it just seems like he is.
You need to think positive, Sigma.
Bro, it just seems like he's dead. I can't see any other conclusion.
Reality is what we believe it to be.
No, that's delusional. Really? So you're saying this is what we wanted to happen?
That's enough! Quark is definitely alive.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He has to be. He has to be. I refuse to believe he isn't.
She knows everything. What the fuck are you talking
Can't
about?
let an innocent kid like that get killed.
Innocent? I'd like to argue with that. Maybe he is innocent, but he's a bit sus, bro. Just a bit. I wanted to ask if she meant Clover and Temyoji weren't innocent and had deserved to die, but swallowed my words. Fighting wasn't going to help us. All I could do was hope that Phi was right. Perhaps Quark was still alive. What are you doing?
Examining their bodies. Tenmyoji first.
Why?
Clues.
What kind of clues?
To who might have killed them. Finding Quark's bracelet tells us something. If the killers saw it, that would make for an obvious motive.
Bro, just cut your arm off. That's how Quark got it off, maybe. If he is alive, I think he's dead. But if he's alive, the only way I can think of him getting it off is cutting his arm off. Quark's bracelet, Clover and Temyoji would have been able to go through the white doors. Killer handcuffed them to the sink to prevent
Right.
that.
That's my guess, at least. That's odd.
What's
I
wrong?
can't find anything. I
Huh?
should have found something.
What?
You
Say-
remember when we ran into Tenmyoji in the rec room? He sprayed our wrists with luminol.
Hmm?
I'm sure I saw him pull the spray bottle out of his pocket.
And now you can't find it.
Right.
You think the killer took it?
I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at Clover, too. Give me a minute.
Phi knelt down next to Clover as she spoke and began to gingerly examine her corpse. Are we... Not for a moment I saw her hand stop.
Look. See her thigh? Doesn't it look like there's something written there?
Yeah, it does.
I'm sorry, I'll have to move your leg a little bit.
It's written in blood. It must be
It
Temyoji's.
says 016.
Does it? Does it say 016? Does it really say 016? Hmm? I don't think I quite believe you. I think it either says 910 or 016 or it says Dio backwards. What does that mean?
Hang on. I feel like I've seen that somewhere. 016. 016. I know I've seen it somewhere.
Dio. It says Dio.
It's no use. Can't remember.
Don't get my hopes up
Anyway,
like
these
that.
numbers have to have something to do with the killer.
Dio!
She must have written them after she got hit with a soparil. There would have been a few minutes before she went all the way under when she could have done something. I think she probably used those last minutes to tell the rest of us who'd killed her.
016, huh? Maybe, but the only people who could have done it are Kay and Dio. Assuming it wasn't one of us, I
No.
mean.
There's also Quark. I mean, I'm not saying he did it, just...
Damn it. This is hopeless. I can't keep up anymore. Everything here is a goddamn mystery. Is the dead woman's body still here? That's the thing I want to know. Okay, like, what about the old woman we found? Who killed her? The movement of the AV rooms makes Luna seem the most suspicious, but when would she have done it? And we don't have a good explanation for why she would have wrapped the knife up in a handkerchief. And of course now Luna's dead too, so who could have killed her? The footage from the security camera paired with Dio's behavior makes Clover seems like the most likely suspect, but now we'll never know for sure. Alice's killer is a complete mystery. We don't know who the hell 016 is supposed to... What the hell 016 is supposed to be? Dio! Maybe. I might be completely wrong, so I'm sorry if I'm annoying someone who's played this game or watched this game before, and they're like, nah, you think you're smart, but you're not. Yeah, I admit it. I could just be completely wrong, but I think it means Dio. Backwards, you know? Dio backwards. And we don't have any idea where Quark's gone. What the hell does any of this mean? Who killed everyone? Was it Zero? Zero Senior? And who is Zero Senior? What the hell does he want? Why does this game even exist, and why the hell did they kidnap us and bring us here? Oh, we're out at... Where is this? When is this? Mysteries! 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 I feel like my head is about to explode. Please, Fi, give me something, anything. A clue, a hint, come on, you gotta have something.
The luminol.
Huh?
I think there's a very good chance someone took the spray bottle out of Tenmyoji's pocket.
Okay, but how is that important?
Well, let me ask you this. Why do you think they took it?
No fucking clue. Tenmyoji said anybody that has blood on their wrist is Zero. So, they took it so that we couldn't prove who Zero was. So they could test for blood?
What would they need to do in order to do that?
They just need to spray the bottle at whatever they want to test and turn the lights off.
That's it?
Oh wait, you're right. No reacts with organic compounds and glows, but the glow is really faint, so... Need to make it dark. You have to turn off the lights in order to see if anything's glowing.
And that would mean?
That would mean... The rec room. Fi and I raced for the door. We weren't sure what we'd find, but we knew where we were going. I had a feeling deep in my gut that whatever we found would be a breakthrough. Would be the breakthrough I'd been looking for. Also, the security room, we can also turn the lights off in there, and also the garden. There's 3 different rooms now. The rec room, the security room, and the garden that I know we can turn the lights off in. I don't know if those are important, but I just want to mention it. I don't remember if we could turn the lights off in any other room. Rec room, what do we find in here? It's nothing terrible. Orc's body, maybe? Dring! Kay and Dio. Both dead. Okay, is this Quark or something killing everyone, or is this Radical 6 working its magic? Everything in my head ground to a halt. Even after all I'd seen, a room full of corpses had a profound effect. It was such a ridiculous thought that before I could stop myself, I laughed. That laugh made me think. Was laughter in this situation a defensive response designed to protect the brain from constant emotional bombardment? Say that right before an animal dies, it feels a moment of comfort. Right before the death, the brain releases a huge amount of endorphins into the bloodstream. Pain is only a warning signal meant to help the body avoid death, but when death becomes certainty, pain no longer has any use. In fact, that loss of pain can lead to incredible feats on the edge of death. Say 2 species of animal come under attack from some overwhelming force. All of them are severely wounded and near death. Species A feels pain, but Species B doesn't. The horrible pain felt by Species A prevents them from moving, but because they feel no pain, some of Species B will manage to drag their wounded bodies to safety and survive. As a result, Species A is eliminated, only Species B manages to survive. The process of natural selection has been repeated for thousands, no millions of years. All creatures that walk the face of the earth are descended from Species B. I am no exception. That's why I can't look at a room full of corpses and laugh. The genes I've been given by millions of years of evolution have changed my fear into ecstasy. I guess this means you and I are the only survivors.
Don't make me keep saying it. Quark's still out there somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. He is still out there. So would that mean he killed them? I mean, you said that yourself, there was no way there was a 10th uninvited player out there when Alice was killed. And we've also refuted the possibility of Zero Senior being the 10th person. There is no 10th person. The only people alive are you, me, and Quark. Bro, where's this gonna go? There's still a bunch of places. That means...
You're being ridiculous. Look at their bodies. There's an axe buried in Kay's back, and the spear has been thrust all the way through Dio's stomach. Do you really think a child Quark's size could do that?
No, I don't think so. Alright then, are you saying you killed them?
Are you insane? And just when would I have done that?
When I was knocked out?
I've been with you this whole time.
She was right. After the end of the second round of the AB game, Fi and I hadn't been out of each other's sight. Well, I was unconscious for a couple minutes. We'd gone through the white door, explored the security office, solved the puzzles, all of it together. No, wait. There had been one time where I wasn't watching. Sorry, I was adjusting my mic there. Sorry, just give me a second. I know this sounds a bit annoying. A few minutes in the security office when I'd rested on the couch. Could she have snuck out then? The rec room and the security office weren't that far away from one another. The round took around a minute and she killed them in 4 minutes. The whole thing would have only taken her 5 minutes. 5 minutes? 5 minutes, huh? Just how long had I been out? No, that wasn't really right. I hadn't really been out. I just felt like everything was being fast forward, probably because my mental processing speed had dropped. But how long had I been like that? It might have only felt like a few seconds to me, but it could have been much longer. And where had something like mental processing speed dropping come from? Hey, what you doing there, Fi?
Checking their bodies like before.
What if we're robots, bro? What if me and Fi are robots and we're the only ones not affected by Radical 6? Maybe, that's why my mental processing could be dropped. What if me and Fi are the only one not affected by Radical 6?
I decided to start with Dio.
Maybe there's a reason why we don't hear Sigma's voice and we only hear bip 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 bip. Maybe... Am I onto something else? Am I overthinking it? Maybe there's a reason we don't hear Sigma's voice and we only hear beeps. Find anything?
Yeah, 2 things actually.
Whoa.
Take a look at this.
Myrmidons. A knife.
Yeah.
Something engraved on the blade too. Myrmidons. Is that the name of the manufacturer?
Don't know. It's not a name I've ever heard of before. But look at the handle. You've seen it before, right?
This is the knife that was stabbed into Alice's chest.
Right. From the looks of it, I guess the blade is about 15 centimeters long. I'd say it's probably about 3 centimeters tall and 3 millimeters wide.
I think I've heard those numbers before.
Like, wound cavity, 150 millimeters. Wound length, 30 millimeters. Wound width, 3 millimeters.
Yeah, that's it. When Nuna scanned the old woman's body, those were the numbers it gave us for the wound.
Alright. Well, wound cavity would be the depth of the wound. Wound length would be how long it is from top to bottom. And wound width would be how wide the flat end of the wound is. In other words...
Those numbers describe the size and shape of the wound, right?
Right.
So if they match, then that means the knife was used to kill the old woman.
Well, I was just eyeballing those measurements, so we can't be sure.
Still, why does Dio have it, and why were you so on point? Now I'm suspicious of Fi, and I don't want to be suspicious of Fi.
He must have gotten it from Alice.
I know that. What I mean is, why'd he take it? Did he want to destroy the evidence? Maybe he was the one who killed Alice.
That would match up with what we saw.
No, wait, hold on a second. I'm getting confused here. Alice would have had the knife first, right? She picked it up when we found it wrapped in the handkerchief next to the AB room.
Right.
So Dio took it from her and stabbed her? No, she killed herself, bro. That's what happened. Why didn't you just take the knife then? Why did he leave it there for us to see and then come back and get it later?
Well, we can look into that more later. First, I want you to have a look at something else.
What?
Don't you remember what I said? I found 2 things.
Okay.
There was the knife and... this.
Oh. Hey, this is that
What
key.
do you mean, that key?
We found it in the Golden Bay. Didn't have any idea what it was for then though, but Alice said it might be important so she'd hang on to it just in case. It's for the back of Kay's head.
So, Alice should have had this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
now Dio's got it. So
Yeah.
when Dio took the knife, he also took Kay's key.
Kay's key is what Sigma's gonna say. Wait, Kay's key?
Oh man, you couldn't figure it out from the shape?
I figured it out. Sigma didn't. What do you mean?
Get over here. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Let me show you.
She walked over to Kay's head, knelt down on one knee, and pointed to the back of it.
You remember this, right?
Oh, yeah. So that's it. It unlocks the suit, right?
Let's give it a shot.
Let's see what we find under here. Before I had time to prepare myself, I shoved the key into the slot and twisted. But...
It's no good. Can't get it open.
why not?
Maybe the suit is powered, and it needs to be on in order to open. But with this axe in here...
You're saying it shorted the suit out or something?
I think so. At any rate, the key fits perfectly.
Fuck.
I don't have any doubt it's for removing Kay's suit.
I think Dio knew that when he took it.
I wonder...
Dio seems to know much more than he's letting on, bro. So I guess we'll never know what his face really looks like.
Yeah, no way we can get that mask off with our bare hands.
I wonder how he
Well,
was, who
we
he
still
was.
haven't checked him over. Let's have a look. Maybe we'll find something that'll tell us who he is.
She'd only been searching for a few seconds before she stopped and pulled something out of Kay's robes.
Look,
What is it?
a spray bottle with luminol in it.
That's the one Tenmyoji
Yeah.
had. Then, does that mean Kay was the one who handcuffed him to the sink?
We don't know yet. Kay might have
Why
taken
not?
the spray from Tenmyoji after he died. It's possible he made it through the white doors before we did, went to the infirmary and got this. Anyway, there's something I want to see. Turn off the lights.
Are you going to check for a luminol reaction?
Yeah, if Kay used the spray before he died, we might still be able
Oh,
to see.
see where he sprayed it. Cool. There's blood everywhere in here,
That's
though.
okay. If he didn't spray it, there won't be a reaction from any of it.
Okay,
Come
cool.
on. Alright, do it.
Let's turn the lights off. Done.
Thanks. Just as I thought. Look, Dio's left wrist.
Oh, underside of his bracelet is glowing.
Exactly.
But
Because there are
why?
traces of blood on it.
Whose blood?
We've seen 5 people with serious bleeding. The old woman, Alice, Tenmyoji, and these 2 here. I'm disinclined to think this is Dio or Kay's blood, though. See? If you look, it's been wiped off. Except for the luminol, the bracelet looks clean.
Oh. Okay, whoever stabbed the woman had to have blood under their wrist or something, and they would therefore need to be able to remove them.
Why would someone wipe blood off a bracelet after being hit with an axe or stabbed with a spear, and then spray it with luminol? It doesn't make sense.
Then that leaves the old woman, Alice, and Tenmyoji.
Right.
Do you remember what Tenmyoji said to us in this room?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets? Please, just don't.
Do you think Tenmyoji had figured out that one of the bracelets would have blood on
That
it?
would have meant he was looking for either Alice's blood or the old woman's.
I wonder which it
No
was.
idea. But whatever the case, Tenmyoji seemed to think that whoever had this bracelet was Zero Senior.
Okay.
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know. Neither
What?
one of you is Zero Senior.
Okay.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yeah?
Whoa, wait. Are you saying that Dio is Zero
I
Senior?
don't know. The only thing I can say for sure is that there's a possibility that Dio killed the other 6 victims.
Damn. Then who killed Dio?
Kay, perhaps, after he was attacked, he used the last of his strength.
Another descendant of Species B.
Huh?
Nothing. Forget about it. Anyway, if Zero Senior was Dio,
All
then...
of this would be over. This awful game would be over.
But it's not. AB gate has been...
Ambidex gate
Yes.
has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What? What the hell is happening? That's impossible.
Mark,
Walk. Walk? Walk opened the gate?
whatever. We need to get back to the Floor A warehouse.
Let's go. Let's
Hurry!
Let's lock ourselves in the ambidex room and spend 45 minutes in peace just taking a break, talking to each other and figuring shit out. I know I'm coming. Cool. Damn it, there's no one here. They run off?
Why would they run away?
Hell if I know. How the hell did Quark open an AB gate anyway? Without a star key, she shouldn't have been able to get it open.
You must have taken one from Dio or Kay before we got to the rec room. We know they went through a white door. Remember? We saw the footage in the security office. That means they had a star key just like we did.
But you didn't find one when you searched them.
Right.
Well, maybe Quark's a suspect after all then. We shouldn't write him off just because he's a kid. Maybe he knows how to use a lance or an
That's
axe.
impossible. You're being an idiot. It's much more likely he found the key card after they died.
Oh, Alright, let's
Any
go find
ideas
him.
where to look?
Nothing. How on earth would I know where he might be?
Well, there's one place I'd like to check out.
Which
Come
is?
on.
Do you know where something I don't? Okay, we're on warehouse B. Ah, room Dio and K investigated.
Right. Aren't you curious?
I am, of course. Besides, Quark might
Yeah.
be there. Right, let's move. Let's go, boys. All says director's office.
Probably belongs to the director.
Hope it has one of those chairs.
Chairs?
You know, the folding ones that say director on the back? I've always wanted to sit in one and say stuff like action or cut, double decaf chai soy latte now.
And that's what you think we'll find in there?
Yeah. Aren't you excited?
Well, there could be anything in there. So, no, not really.
Okay. Yeah, what if Zero Senior was in there waiting for us?
That would make things easy. We'd settle things right now and then get the hell out.
Cool. Right. Okay, I'm
You
opening
don't
it.
need to keep asking me if...
Someone else opened it. Quark, we're gonna run into Quark or something. Help. H-E-L. Gonna find Quark dead. Huh?
There's no one here.
Why is it playing the creepy music? Computer's been turned on.
Yeah, maybe Dio and Kay did that.
What the hell is
A
this?
lion.
Eating the sun.
A
Biting.
sun?
There's a couple input fields for a user ID and a password.
We probably can't use it unless we know what those are. Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Why don't you try put something in?
Yeah, just as I thought. Might as well forget about this thing for now. We can't get anywhere without a password. Let's see if we can find any other clues. This is the director's office after all. If we turn the place upside down, we're bound to find something.
I mean, if you're not sure
Shall
about
we?
it. I turned and headed toward the bookshelf, leaving me alone next to the desk. Felt compelled to stay and found myself staring at the screen. Lion biting the sun. Lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun? Memento Mori, if the 9th lion ate the sun. Remember death. The 9th lion ate the sun. Could this be the 9th lion? Then, maybe... Memento Mori. Memento Mori. Remember death. Memento Mori. Remember death. Mental Mori. Remember death. Mental Mori. Remember death. Remember. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh god. Was no good. I didn't know anything. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd seen the ID and password somewhere before. To be continued. Oh, it's another splitting path. Okay. Oof. I'm a bit creeped out, bro, not gonna lie. Okay. Time to go back here and to the chromatic doors. Damn, dude, this shit's... Everybody's... Okay, in this timeline. This timeline is the worst one. In this timeline, everybody's fucking dead. Everybody's dead except us. Quark might be a serial killer, or he also might be dead, or anything else. I need to think of every single experience I've ever had in this game for somehow go through all these timelines and find a freaking username and ID to put into this freaking computer. I don't know where to go. Well, okay, no, I know where I'm going to go, but like, this flowchart's so fucking big, Jesus. Let's just jump back here. I'm gonna go through. Door here. The chromatic doors. Okay. Cool. Go through the yellow door with 10 Myoji. Cool. Well, I'm gonna end it here, guys. We finally reached our second dead end. And we're finally gonna go through a new timeline. We've gone as far as we could in my original timeline, we've gone as far as we could in the second timeline, which was way fucking longer, way worse, way more tense, and had way more fucking shit to do. Which makes me think this is the true timeline? Maybe. Why would Luna be the true timeline? That just makes me more suspicious of Luna. Anyway, but so are you telling me the true timeline is the one where everybody fucking dies? I don't want to believe that, dude. Anyway, but next time we'll be going through the timeline of 10 Myoji and seeing where that takes us, you know? Anyway guys, thanks for watching, thanks for seeing me through all the way to this new dead end, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!